Hey, it's Grand Central Station in Chaos. Yeah. Glad you made it. I know there's inserts in all.
Crack it. Crack it.
Never work with children or animals.
Yeah, right.
So this is the.
Do you remember that it rained on the day that we got married, and then the tarp was ripped into you? Remember, what was that first thing? We borrowed that from it. It's from the funeral home. So, on the program, the very first part of it is Randy and I speaking and giving you welcome. That's what I'm doing now. Welcome. Welcome. Glad you're here. With that said, let Randy welcome you.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for honoring us with your presence. We appreciate your friendship. We cherish your friendship that you've been so generous to share with us through all these years, through every crazy, silly thing we've done, whether it be planting 3,000 grapevines over here or now talking about turning the place into a retirement community someday. If you've ever rolled your eyes at us, you've done it when we weren't around, and I truly appreciate that. Thinking about rededication of commitment to each other, to our community of friends, and our large community that we live in, and recommitting ourselves to the earth. Number one, if you ever saw that movie, The Kids Are All Right, I don't know who it was, if it was Annette Bening or if it was Julianne Moore, but you know what she said. She said, marriage is two people slogging through the you-know-what. And a lot of times that's all it is. It's putting one foot in front of the other and finding a way to go forward. And the other times are the times like this. These are the times that you live for, the times that are special, that you can be with your friends and your family. And I appreciate you coming and sharing that with us. We're also rededicating ourselves to our community. When we built this house about 17 years ago, one thing that we said we wanted to do, we wanted the house to always be open. We always wanted it to be a place that people could come to and relax and recharge and renew themselves in mind, body, and spirit. And we rededicate ourselves to that. And also, regarding rededicating ourselves to the earth, when I started farming, I was kind of confused. I thought that it had always been this way. I thought that, Jesus came over on the Mayflower with the Pilgrims with a King James in one hand and a bag of nitrogen pellets in the other. And, until I studied agriculture as an adult, I did not realize that it had not always been this way. That the modern sort of agriculture that we engage in is a relatively new phenomenon. You can date it back to the Second World War, where they took ammonium nitrate plant, was used to make bombs, turned it into the first fertilizer factory, and the rest, as they say, is history. Well, it's taken me a lot of my adult life to unlearn some of those things, to learn that there's a better way, a more organic way to farm. And I think, in a larger sense, there's a more organic way to live. And there's a more organic way to relate to each other. There's a more organic way to be married to my lovely wife here. And I rededicate myself to all of that. And thank you very much for coming. Enjoy yourselves. I hope that y'all have a good time. Thanks very much.
I don't know that you want to make your guests cry before we even get started. Wow, isn't that beautiful? It says it all. Yeah. What a gorgeous day, huh? Yeah, I think we ought to hear it for the day. I'm so excited about that, and not at all surprised. I don't know if you know this, but in a lot of traditions, rain before an event is considered a blessing, kind of an official blessing. So consider yourselves blessed, and all of us indeed. I'm very grateful to have been invited to participate in such a wonderful occasion and one so rich in meaning for so many, at so many different levels. And I know that I speak for everybody here, that everyone is grateful to be part of this. We all know Randy and Vivian in a lot of different ways, and coming together like this and seeing all the threads in this tapestry is very, very rich. So, when we were talking about the program, one of the things that became very clear in the conversation was the word promise. And I thought about that a lot when I was thinking about preparing this for you, is the promise that you have made to each other, but is so abundantly clear that you have made to the earth. Those of us who have walked with them in various capacities through the years are really aware of how deep that dedication is. And so this promise today is a renewal of their marriage, of course, their relationship. And I love what you said about the organic, how wonderful that is. I'll remember that, yeah, for sure, that we organically relate to each other and to the earth in more and richer and deeper ways. So just a few remarks as they asked me to do relative to the occasion. So I just want to say that your promise to this land is so abundantly clear. It's clear when you look in every direction, and a joy truly to be here. Clearly, not only that you love each other, but that you love this earth so much, and that you've loved it through all its transitions. And as I say, just a few remarks for your consideration on what we're focusing on this day. Maybe thinking about it in terms of your own promises. It is taught in all the world's mysticism and great religions that man and woman are made in the image of God. To first wake up and then remember that the perfect light and the perfect love that is within each of us is indeed our primary purpose. And as we seek to awaken the divinity within each of us for the ability we choose, and the ability to choose is our divine birthright. In so doing, we create our destinies. One way to think about that is that we kind of create for ourselves perfect classrooms, magnetizing to ourselves people and situations that increase our ability to recognize that light and to recognize that love. And so we magnetize to us teachers, we could say. So when I was thinking about these two, and I was thinking, isn't it kind of an awesome miracle to contemplate that in all the vastness of the universe, in all space and time, in all the eons of time, in all the billions of galaxies and solar systems from all the many realities that Jesus spoke of as many mansions, that Vivian and Randy have chosen this critical time on planet Earth to come together as teachers and partners and lovers and supports for each other as they consciously play their part singularly and together in Gaia's evolution. They bring to each other at this moment in their quest a rededication of accumulated wisdom, healing, humor, talent, perspective. Among the many gifts they have accrued thus far in their life together is their individual devotion to God, their commitment to wholeness, and their passionate love for the life force in all creation. Vivian and Randy know that the universal Christ is the guiding light that transforms lead into gold through the alchemy of pure love. They both understand that this light is present within everyone, and they bow to the Christ within each other and to all who are gathered here this day to share their joy. Vivian, Randy, In sharing this journey together, you offer each other the perfect opportunity to manifest divine presence through compassion, through tolerance, through patience, the humor, collaboration, all those good things, but above all, love. Love that gives and forgives and seeks unconditionally the highest good for each other. Your dedication to becoming whole beings integrated within your individual selves while continuing to learn from each other and life inspires all of us who love you. This moment in time not only offers you, but all of us, an opportunity to perceive expanded possibilities in all of our relationships. As you begin to take the next transition in your life, we know that the world will offer you a lot of advice, and I would no doubt try to be included in that. We all are, right? But through the decades, I have found that the words of Khalil Gibran on this subject are hard to surpass. So I'm going to quote from that, his wisdoms about an enduring marriage, qualities for an enduring marriage. So let it be reminded for these perennial wisdoms through these words. You were born together, and together you shall be forevermore. You shall be together when the white wings of death scatter your days. Aye, you shall be together even in the silent memory of God. Let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Love one another, but not make a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your soul. Fill each other's cups, but drink not from one cup. Give one another of your bread, but not from the same loaf. Sing and dance together and be joyous, but let each of you be alone, even as the strings of lute are alone, though they quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts. And stand together, yet not too near together, for the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadow. Randy, Vivian, may your love and rededication be so rich and enduring that all who know you more nearly know the Mother, Father, God.
Stay a while with me. Stay a while with me. I will give these days to you. Promise that my heart is true. I will hold you in my arms. Hold you near, we'll travel far. Stay a while with me. Stay a while with me. Tend the fire, guard the flame, so it may keep for all our days, to purify and warm our hearts. We face the light and brave the dark. When the time comes for flesh and bone to fall away, pray our souls remember all the love we shared each day. Stay a while with me. with me. When the time comes for flesh and bone to fall away, pray our souls remember all the love we shared each day. I will give these days to you, promise that my heart is true.
Creation. There was the silence, the womb of space, waiting, holding all possibilities within her void, surrounded by ancient worlds, cycling again and again, the Tao's mysterious way. A thought stirs, rippling the cosmic sea, gently, gently, expectant. The command is sounded. Fire, water, earth, and air. The fearsome dance begins. Majestic matrix of energy shatters the silence. The awesome sound of the word echoes again and again. The proud cry of creation. Silence once more. Behold, a glorious new world is born. Terra her name, bright and bold new star. A planet of light she will be, where life shall take form in ways without number. Here sons and daughters of the holy word might learn to speak the sacred sound and create worlds of their own. Thus the covenant was cast, and the call went forth. Come, angel, come, friend from distant space. Come seed this newborn earth. Rejoice, rejoice, Terra is born. She in whom the promise swells. She in whom all will come to rest. It was so ordained in the beginning. A paradise she will be. God's perfect thought. The earth is my body. So too the skies and seas, and all humankind are members of the mind that is within me. I am the healer and the healed, pure light, love, revelation. The Mother, Father, God, and I are one with all creation.